Hello, and welcome to another live stream event. Thank you for all of you who are joining across the globe. Folks from all parts of the world are tuning in UAE, UK, Germany, I see Norway, Italy, all parts of the United States, just to name a few. So nice to see you all. We've got people logged in from Facebook, Crowdcast, and YouTube, so welcome. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. I'm here today to guide you into and out of the session. Last week we came together and explored living a life of service. This week we're exploring opening of the heart. As always, we have some newcomers, so I'm going to share a little bit to give those folks context for the work. Asil studied within various spiritual traditions over the last 18 years. 5 years ago, he had a strong spiritual experience that opened up this connection that today we refer to as the channel. This is a connection to both powerful energy and wisdom that during the sessions he will embody and bring through. Through this connection, energy will come through him and reach all of those who are tuning into the live stream. This energy will allow you to go deeper in your meditation, as well as receive information which will often take the form of a spoken transmission, or in your own way, visions, messages, or an inner knowing. The process for Asil to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his bodies and hands, sometimes shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll upwards. It may not seem it, but it's all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. The channel will bring through guides that will specifically introduce themselves with the names humanity has given them. You might recognize some of these names as angels or archangels, but they never refer to themselves as such. Once the energy field is established, then an energetic alignment begins. People report having powerful experiences even over live stream, so it's really easy. During this time, sit back and focus on being in an open, meditative state. Just by being receptive, you've included yourself in this energy field, so there's nothing else you need to do. During the session, you may also bring a loved one into your mind and heart and have them receive the benefits as well. You can set an intention. You can release any old wounds, thoughts, emotions that no longer serve you. People share often that things come up for them even in the absence of an intention. Flow with that also and just accept all that arises. Once the energy alignment is complete, Asil will typically embody another celestial being who usually allows for questions to be asked. This is typically who we call Emmanuel. If you'd like to ask a question, feel free to type it into the questions tab at the bottom of the screen in Crowdcast. The production team will then choose a few questions to ask the channel from the list. Keep in mind, there are a few hundred people watching this right now, so center yourself before you ask the question, and ask yourself, what's the best way to ask this question that would serve the most people? We found that Emmanuel's answers are typically phrased in a way that serves the greater good, so if you're looking for a personal answer, the answer may not align with your expectation. The energy field pulls us into an interesting collective state, so you may find that if you have a question in your mind, you receive the answer in someone else's question or silently inside yourself. We have a Crowdcast poll running in the Polls tab at the bottom of the screen. We'd like to know how this work impacts you. It's one question at the beginning, how are you doing before the session, and one after the session. With a simple scale from 1 to 5, it's very easy to answer, so please take a second now and let us know how you're doing. For people who can offer a donation, it not only supports Asil, but it supports the whole production team. Many of you donated to the last session and have already donated to this one. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us keep this work accessible. We have links to donation options in the chats. We invite you to listen with an open mind and an open heart. We recommend that you listen in a space where you can't be interrupted and you turn your phone off. We also recommend you stay tuned in through the entire session. You will know when we're moving from one part to the next. If you're in a deep meditative state at the end of the energy transmission, it's okay if you can't hang on to every word thereafter. The benefit of staying with us is what's most important, and the words can be replayed and read later. We are recording the video and the audio, and will provide the video and transcript following the event on our website and social media pages. As the session ends, we'll sit together in silence for a few moments and give you all enough time to come back into this state of awareness. Enjoy your journey. We'll see you back here upon your return.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good early morning for those that have risen really early, for those late nighters that are joining from the middle of their night. Thank you for your devotion. Thank you for your willingness and openness to receive this work. And bless all of you for being here. This is for you, and it is your journey. It is your choice, and it is you that receives. Of course, as a group that is coming together to open themselves up, we also create a field that affects all of us together, and that affects the greater collective of humanity. And the energy that is transformed here, all the elements within ourselves that we transmute, creates ripple effects in the collective, within our relations, in our own lives. This work is not just effective as a live stream, but also very effective as a replay. Some people even claim the replays are stronger for them than the live sessions. The work that is conducted here happens on a level that is beyond space, the space and time construct. Some people call it the quantum level or the quantum field. And therefore, watching this right now or watching it later does not really make a difference. We ask you to open your heart, and we ask you to open your mind. We ask you to be present, be in a mode of surrender, in a mode of relaxation. And sometimes with all the challenges in life and the conditioning and the wheels that are churning in human society, we forget what that even means to be relaxed, what that even means to be open-minded or open-hearted. Some of us have lived lives long enough with a closed heart or a closed mind to even forget what it means to not be closed. And here we are on a new practice ground, in a new space where we receive not just the opportunity to open ourselves up, but an actual energetic support to do that. A divine intervention, if you want to call it that way. A divine energetic alignment, along with messages that deliver more than just the words. So fully understanding the message itself, word by word, does not matter as much as receiving the energy that is behind the words. Letting it fully land in your being, beyond your even mind, beyond your heart, deep inside, so that these deep layers of your being can be transformed. Your subconscious, your unconscious, karmic relationships, karmic learnings. We are here to grow alongside, together. And we know that our growth makes the difference. For us, for loved ones, for the collective of the present, for the future generations, and for the past generations. Today we will dive into the topic of opening of the heart. And the heart is often referred to as the emotional heart, yet there is a lot more to it than just emotions. We will see what the perspectives are of the divine powers that are assisting us here today. We will see what kind of adjustments we will receive in order to open our hearts, what kind of messages we will receive. Thank you for being present, and thank you for receiving this work. See you later. Greetings, we are Elohim. In the design of the human being, a center of all experiences ever had, all realizations ever collected, the imprints of the learnings required was established. This center, as you refer to, your emotional center, is a key aspect of your being, beyond carrying the emotions of your current life. It is the center of all experiences ever carried within you, within the many incarnations, within the many different forms that you have lived. It is the center of the learnings required for this lifetime and the lifetimes ahead. It is the center of the realizations collected. The completions that have occurred and completions that will occur. The fuel for the creation of your reality lies in this center. Your emotional center, to be considered your heart. Your emotional heart is also your spiritual heart. The imprint of your being, the path to follow, the many paths that you have walked, and the many potential paths that you will and can walk, are all within that center. The unfolding of your reality, therefore, is directly impacted by this center of yours and expressed through emotions, impacted through emotions, to be reminded of the learnings to be had. The realizations to occur require pointers and reminders. One of these reminders is the reality that is established for you to learn, the relationships that are established for you to learn. Other reminders are the emotions that arise in these relationships and in these environments. These many pointers, purely as a mechanism of support for your evolution, as a mechanism of growth, as a mechanism to prepare you for the next stage of your existence as the human collective. Every learning that you gather, every realization, is imprinted within your heart. And this imprint is as well communicated and held within the records of human collective experience. You learn and evolve. The human collective learns and evolves. You grow and the collective grows. Every step that you take to listen, to observe the emotions that arise, the realities that occur within your immediate environment are for you to witness and to realize as part of your self-realization journey. And as a mechanism of support, at times this heart, this emotional and spiritual center of yours can be reduced to its most minimal functions. Emotions reduced in order to manage and navigate through this reality of material human experience to survive, as certain situations will require emotions to be omitted and subsided to allow for physical survival. These mechanisms of survival, these mechanisms of closure of the emotional center are indeed a gift to be utilized consciously and only unconsciously when all parts of your being are in the know that survival is at stake. As many of you have witnessed, the heart closes at certain times. It reduces to the most minimal functions, the most minimal operations. And you experience your world and your environment, your relationships, and yourself in a different way. With this reduced functionality of your heart, the world perspective changes. The unfolding of the reality in front of you changes, as no major realizations can occur with the closure of this spiritual center of yours. In order to truly evolve, the center itself must remain open. Circumstances of societal survival, of societal conditioning, societal requirements have trained most individuals like yourselves to stay closed, to stay in a consistent state of survival, to stay in the most minimal functions of the heart, the simplest ways of relating. And many generations have operated this way. They have learned and they have survived. The heart will open at times when nature requires the creation of a new life, connecting with another human being on this deepest, intimate level is a function to provide a deep connection and an opening of the heart to what you consider love between two human beings. Falling in love is an opening of the heart established to support the procreation, the delivery of the next generations. Yet if the structures to remain open are not established, the hearts of those that have found each other will eventually close again to what is used to what these hearts are used to what the hearts have been conditioned to what these hearts have learned, to what has been normalized. Humanity is evolving. The energies on this plane are rising. The functions that are within you will start to be activated one by one. The functions of your mind, the expansion of your consciousness, the functions of your physical form, and the functions of this emotional spiritual center, the heart of yours. A deeper level of opening will be enforced by the rising energies. The opening of the heart will bring forth deep emotions that have not been felt, emotions of past experiences that have not been completed, processed, or realized. These emotions will flood out of the heart in the moment of its opening. One way or another, you will be impacted. Those around you will be impacted by the unleashing of the emotions, the full spectrum of emotions. Laughter, happiness, joy, sadness, anger, rage, frustration, despair, grief, and love at a level never experienced before. The potentials of your heart will increase as the levels of energy rise, and you will learn to understand and to navigate the opening of your heart. You will learn and understand the unleashing of the emotions that require observation, witnessing, processing, and realizing, so that you can complete the important learnings of this lifetime, the important learnings of previous lifetimes. The foundations will then establish to maintain an open heart. this spiritual, emotional center of yours is to become the most significant aspect of your being as you continue to exist in this human form, as you continue to self-realize, as you continue to prepare yourself for the ascension of humankind. The transformation of humanity begins with you, and the opening of the heart is a key element of this process. Let us support you in the opening of this center of yours. Let us touch you so that your heart can open, be fueled by this energy that we bring forth, that the alignments that we provide can bring forth emotions rarely felt, that the restructuring that we provide will allow you to see and to observe without feeling threatened by the emotions that arise, knowing that you're supported in the observation and in the realization of the most important lessons of your life. Thank you for your trust, and thank you for receiving this work. Thank you for receiving this transmission. Our work is complete. Greetings, my name is Emmanuel. In this process of awakening, the awakening of the heart is a central element. Through the heart, many aspects of your life will be transformed. Many aspects of this lifetime, the learnings to be had, will be realized. This is a step that cannot be omitted for any individual alive in human form. It is one of the original agreements. Before you enter into the human form, that you will complete the learnings and lessons that you have chosen to have on behalf of the human collective. Therefore, it is for your benefit, as well as for the benefit of the human collective, for you to complete that which you have started. And within the elements of free will, you choose to live a life that consistently unfolds within you. In the unfolding of the life, many of the aspects of your life will be created on behalf of your learning, on behalf of the agreements that you have made, the experiences that you requested to have. So you can come to a level of clarity, a level of harmony, a level of balance, and a level of peace that you have not found in this human form yet. The expansion of your consciousness, the adaptation to the rising energy levels requires a solid foundation within the heart. Emotions unprocessed, memories and experience of the past and of past lifetimes, unprocessed, will make for an unstable foundation for the path forward, and the energies that will flow through you, instead of supporting your growth, these energies will challenge you even further and will turn into destructive force within your system, as the foundations required for your evolution have not been set, have not been established. This work, this offering that we provide to you, is intended to support you on this journey, so that you are not alone in the uncovering, the surfacing, in the processing and the realizing of that which is arising within you. so that you receive the tools and the mechanisms within your system to process even faster, to realize even quicker than before. All that is required is your courage, your presence, your attention, the assigning of your time and energy for this silence. So in this opening of the silence, the unprocessed elements of your being can be observed and transmuted. The most challenging emotions, the most challenging memories and experiences of the past, the challenging experiences of your lineage, of those closest to your heart, the challenging experiences of your generation and of the past generations, all can be transmuted within this heart of yours. The power that lies within it is still untapped for most humans. And it will be revealed as you continue to utilize the access and the capacity that you have right now to your heart. As you continue to trust the opening of your heart, as you continue to trust that the opening will bring forth love, that often the love, the joy and the happiness is accompanied by the pain, the sadness and the anger of the aspects of your life that have not fully been completed yet. And your pain becomes their pain, and their pain becomes yours. As in the opening of the heart, all hearts become one. And you see through your heart the hearts of those around you. Through your heart you see the hearts of the human collective. You see the many experiences still to be realized, and you observe. Without judgment, you observe without the rational mind. You observe without conditions. And even if it is pain that reveals itself, even if it is sadness, despair and grief that reveals itself, you stay open and you let that which arises move through you. And you stay neutral as it moves through you, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you are held in this process, alive and breathing, supported by so many elements. And as the emotions move through you, as the memories, as the experiences move through you, thoughts will come as commentator of the experiences had. Observe the comments and the judgments and let them move as the emotions move as well. And as you stay open to that which arises, you will start to feel a level of relief. You will continue to do so until you feel complete in that moment. And you will make it a practice to transmute on your own behalf, to transmute on the behalf of your loved ones, to transmute on the behalf of humanity, generously. Your heart is your most powerful tool in the human form, and combined with your presence, you become the fully established human form, enabling its capacities to pave the way for enlightenment in human form. This is within your reach, and it will continue to be. Thank you for listening to my words. I will now answer some of your questions.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Renee asks, "Greetings, Emmanuel. What is the best way to keep an open heart toward people that abuse others without compromising your own safety or the safety of others?"
In the process of opening your heart, you will start to understand that your safety is never compromised. That in the connection to this earth, in the connection to all of creation above, this flow of love within you continuously provides. And as it continuously provides, it provides the safety that you require to witness that which unfolds in front of you. Even if these elements that you will witness are challenging to observe, you know that in this connection you are safe. You observe, you witness your judgments, you witness the labels that you establish as abuser, as villain, as victim and abused. You observe the tendencies of becoming the savior. You observe in all the ways that everyone plays all of these roles to serve the purpose of the continued cycle of learning. These cycles of learning will continue to exist until the end of this life, until the end of this plane. Yet, the way these cycles and these experiences are processed will change. Your way of observing, your way of transmuting the unfolding of these experiences in front of you will change. As your heart opens, it will open entirely and unconditionally. It will observe the abused and the abuser as creations of the love of this existence. Observe all of their actions as an extension of love. Observe them beyond their actions, the essence that lies within them, the truest peace that is not the one executing the actions themselves. The essence that has requested for learning, for awakening, and coming to a place of a deeper understanding of existence, a deeper understanding of love itself. You become the eternal observer. Through your eyes, the collective learns. Through your realizations, the collective realizes. And you become the transforming agent to what you observe. And you will see that even with practice, the most challenging experience in human form will become the observation of experience in entire neutrality. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Ursula asks, with Mars retrograde, there has been an opportunity for the unfurling of fury within me. What's been kicked up is a sense of feeling put upon, and meditations and my healing have been interrupted by a sudden work obligation. I recognize the constructs of victimization patterns, injustice, and disempowerment that became activated, and I'm looking for ways to transform this anger inside. Can you provide any guidance?
The anger that arises within you in the cosmological changes, in the cycles of these planets around you, combined with the rising of the energies on this plane, will become apparent. The emotions, including emotions of anger, the emotions of rage, will come to surface as they have become the protectors and the guardians of other emotions suppressed. Oftentimes, these emotions carry no value in human society. They are not permitted, in fact, often punished. The more these emotions suppressed, the more they will come in unexpected ways, in unsafe, destructive ways to others as well as society itself. Initially, pure observation will be challenging if the emotion itself is extensively unexpressed. The emotion first must find a way to move through you, to be expressed in an environment that allows for its full expression. Find a safe environment. Allow others to assist you to hold this safe environment, to allow for these emotions to surface, to be expressed, and to move through you. And as the emotions move, other emotions underneath will surface, the ones that are at the core of the anger itself, of the fury itself, the feelings of injustice itself. And these core emotions will be expressed and observed as they will bring forth memories of the past. Alongside with these memories, realizations will come along. And the cycle in that moment can be completed. At times you will repeat this experience until the completion of the realization, the completion of the past. And you will see that the anger that was once will no longer carry the same fuel that it used to. This is a process recommended for all human beings. And it is time now to observe in all the ways the heart has stored the many emotions unexpressed, the many memories incomplete, the many realizations still to be had. Thank you for choosing this journey. What else can I answer for you?
Thank you, Emmanuel. Polly asks, how much effort should one put into finding a life partner soulmate to create an intimate, loving, heart-centered relationship with? Will we be connected to the divine in the right time? And should we just focus on our own alignment? Or should we be more proactive in the search?
the life partner that you seek is available to you at any time of your existence. The moment of connection is dependent on the moment that you choose both to be available and accessible to each other. That moment of connection will determine the opening as well as the collaborative evolution that will arise. Both of your alignments internally drive the creation of your reality. Both of your realities will overlap and allow for a connection to happen. Your alignment within yourself, your continuous choice to evolve, to clear, will set you on a path of continuously unfolding reality. And the partner and partners that are available will adjust according to the reality that unfolds for you. Those that will arrive in your life will be the ones that will serve you at the pace at which you are developing, at the pace at which your heart requests a specific partner in the moment. And at times, no partner is the right choice. At times, your reality will request silence for you. Intimate connection with yourself, intimate connection with the divine, so you can explore the love that you have for yourself, the love that existence has for you, first, before seeking this type of love outside of yourself. Partners are ready and plentiful, yet it is not a conscious and deliberate seeking that will bear fruit to find the partner, to grow the level of heart connection that you seek. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Catherine asks, I would like a greater understanding of why some people in light service have more significant interactions with darkness than others. Is it that they have an expectation of this? Or is it how their soul has chosen to experience this life? Is it transmuting darkness their path of service? Thank you.
The service that one chooses to deliver to humanity will include different forms of delivery. For some individuals, facing darkness is an aspect of the work in front of them. Facing darkness in all the ways darkness has manifested itself into destructive forces. Alignments and adjustments, requested and required interventions will be delivered by this individual. To deliver these interventions and alignments, the misalignments and the situations to be intervened on must be faced at their root. Understanding in which darkness plays a role to deliver upon the requested learnings, to deliver upon the eternal balance between light and dark. The one that serves walks in balance, understanding this eternal harmony. They discover the darkness within themselves, the light within themselves, the continuous harmony and balance within themselves. Only the one that has observed darkness at its darkest will be allowed to see light at its lightest. One side cannot exist without the other. That includes in the expansion of your work. The stronger your power gets, the stronger your delivery gets, the more intense the forces that you will see, observe, and transform. Thank you for your service. What else can I answer for you?
Thank you, Emmanuel. Shen Shen asks, Hi, Emmanuel. I've heard about the concept of the Merkaba and how the body must open and expand in the heart area in order to make room for it. Can you speak about this existence and the process of activating it?
Merkaba is the energetic construct that carries the spiritual as well as the emotional heart. This energetic construct is embedded in the totality of your energetic spiritual construct. In this center that was established and named Merkaba lies a blueprint and an established structure of your entire being. The parts of you that have lived the many lives in this form and in other forms, the parts of you that have experienced the many emotions and experiences in this form and other forms, the parts of you that you have realized and yet to be realized, the many misalignments, the many choices and potentials, the many opportunities are not taken, all of which are stored in this one singular structure. Very few individuals have truly understood the existence and the importance of this structure, in which way it serves, that this structure is beyond the emotions that are expressed, that this structure is the core of all emotions, is the core of the expression of the emotions and the creation of a reality. An individual's reality, therefore, is entirely and strongly influenced by the structures within the Merkaba. Perception of reality is influenced, as well as the creation of reality. Perception of self and perception of others, perception of existence itself. As you see, continuous alignments of the heart, continuous realizations allow for the shape and structures within the Merkaba to adjust, and therefore your reality to adjust. An opening of this energetic center will allow for the continued evolution to occur. A closing of this energetic structure will pause evolution, and the reality at which you operate will be minimized to the most critical operations only. An expansion of your consciousness is therefore accompanied by an expansion of your heart. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Diraj asks, how can one attain the most positive polarity when it comes to sexuality and sexual partners? All of this in context in keeping one's vessel free from unwanted energy. Thank you.
In the human sexual exploration, one will understand the energy exchange between two individuals of this kind will allow for the opening for the emotional centers. It will allow for the energy to move. Even though it is the energy of another human being, it will influence your energy. It will bring forth a current to parts of your being that have not seen movement in a long time. And the surfacing of the stagnant energies will certainly bring forth the need for transformation. Another human being's emotional energy, another human being's sexual energy is therefore a transformative agent for you. How you choose to receive, how you choose to give, remains entirely yours. The choice for interaction, the choice for reception, becomes a discerning element of the awakening mind and of the awakening heart. You allow yourself to receive the individuals that are required in your life to bring forth a change within you, to bring forth an awakening within you. And these individuals will arrive. And at every moment of your interactions, you will have a choice to say no. And you will have a choice to say yes to the reality that unfolds in front of you. And neither is right or wrong, as both choices will lead to an expansion necessary, to an evolution necessary. The reality that unfolds in front of you will bring forth new choices as this chapter closes. And similar learnings will be requested to be had in a different format, in a different environment, as you can see, both pathways of conscious choosing, as well as the pathways of manifestation, of subconscious creation, are equally valid and important. Observing that you have the power to move in all directions will give you the freedom that you need, the feeling of liberation, and the feeling of options at any moment, in any given time. The power is truly in your hands to receive the full extent of the universe's gifts for you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for your time, Emmanuel.
Thank you for receiving this work. Thank you for choosing this path of awakening, the path of self-realization, the journey into the depths of your consciousness, the journey into the depths of your heart, and the journey in understanding this vessel gifted to you for this lifetime. Thank you for receiving this work. Welcome back, everyone. Remain in this state of opening and allow the words and the energies to settle within your system, within your mind, and within your heart. Allow them to resonate through your entire body, so that all your cells, all parts of your being can truly receive we all have so much potential, and we all have this incredible journey ahead of us, and every day we make a step towards that. Be gentle on yourself and acknowledge that you are making steps. Thank you for joining today.
Welcome back, everyone. Take your time to come back into your body. Take any extra time you need in a sitting or lying position, or just stay in this state as long as you need to. As we're coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. If you'd like to continue this journey, there are a few ways to do it. We have social media pages like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube that you can follow and share. And if you're new and you're watching on YouTube, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. You can invite family, friends, and community to these weekly sessions. You can join our Monday integration calls. We have an interactive online course to complement the book we released earlier this year called Transmission Deep Dive. You can also peruse our channeling archive for answers to previous questions. I know there were a lot of questions today, and there are some similar answers in our channeling archive. These sessions are just one part of the work that we do. We also travel to both sacred sites and sites of global trauma to do energy alignment work. Once we're able to travel again, we will resume a tour through Europe and take a group of participants to a retreat to Greece. I know some of you are asking about the updated information for Greece, and that information will be out shortly. In the meantime, if you want to explore our previous sacred site adventures, we created a sacred site page on our website. This work is possible because of donations we receive. It not only supports Aseel, but it supports the whole production team. As you would imagine, it takes a village to bring the channel to the space and beam it out to all of you. If you find this of value, please consider supporting this with a donation. And there's 3 ways to do this. If you're on Crowdcast, there's a donate button at the bottom of your screen. There's also 2 donate buttons on the left side of the homepage at aseeltoxal.com. Or you can donate via PayPal, paypal.me/ascension1. Or you can become a Patreon patron at patreon.com/aseeltoxal. If you want to share deeper about your experiences, as mentioned, we have a community Zoom call on Mondays. We also created an email address, testimonial@ascension.one. Energy work is felt in so many ways, and it's helpful for us to have an understanding of how you're impacted. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your presence and your time. Despite being physically separated, I feel the collective support we have for one another. Take it easy after the session. Give space for the energy to continue to work. If you can, keep your mind quiet. If you can't, bring this presence and peace to whatever it is that you need to do. I feel the love and vibrance emanating from all of you, and that warms my heart.